I'm gonna kick it back over to just Johnny because my man, I know you're excited for it.
Oh,
I know you're
man.
jazzed. He got to play Party Hard 2, a game series, mind you, that I myself have enjoyed for a long time, and Johnny I know has a warm place for in the cockles of his heart. Party Hard, sir. What do you
Deep
think?
inside, Party Hard. So this is the sequel to Party Hard. It's called Party Hard 2.
Yes.
It's how to describe it? It's a 2D gameplay. I have to say gameplay because they spruce up the graphics phenomenally.
Yeah, they've stepped it up a little bit on some Mega Man 2.5 type stuff.
Yeah, it's got like that 2.5D style visuals, but it's still using sprite-based character assets and also sort of spritey looking sort of textures and objects.
Yeah,
but
I
they're
prefer
in
more
3D.
7-Up with my games.
Yeah, and
Oh, come on, that was good. Shane, yeah, what do you know from funny?
so you're playing in these very they're sort of these boxed off areas, these small little maps, and there's tons of people littered throughout the map, and they are generally, for the most part, most of them are partying. They're having a good time. There's also other sections to the map. In the first one, it was really just one party. It was like a house party here or a factory party there.
Well, there was DLCs that would add new levels and new dimensions of killing, but essentially in this one, it's just you and the locations, which do change, right?
They do change. So this is a alpha build, early access.
It's a curmudgeon neighbor murder simulator.
No. Well, all right. So maybe that's the case, but there's no story. So this is
I thought
because this is an alpha. There's no story in here at all. It's just you have 3 levels to select from. It's very limited. So,
so Johnny, you got to make up your own story.
You got to make up your own
look,
story.
I'm over here just trying to do my taxes. And the people next door having their frat parties. Or actually, no, you're in the suburbs.
You are all right. So one map is at a bar. Another one is at a hospital.
The bikers next door enjoying their sports games and their footballs and their baseballs, and I can't have this.
Yeah, so it's like
I got a lawn to mow.
It's like a bar, a club, and a hospital. But for some reason, they're
people next door doing their LSDs and their PCPs and their BLTs. I can't have this. I got frisbees to trap on my roof.
And for whatever reason, they're having a party inside of a hospital, which is a little weird. Yeah.
All right, you got the employees there celebrating their Christmases with costumes and Chardonnays and having their key parties at home and stuff and ruining friendships and such. I can't have this. I got fists to shake at neighborhood kids.
So, like the first one, you have to
too much 1950s TV, man.
So, like the first one, you have to go around and stealth kill a bunch of people, and you can use the environment to your advantage to help kill people or to potentially distract. On the first one, it wasn't very well executed. None of the traps or environmental things that you could queue off reset, so you can't reuse any of them. That's the same thing here. You can't reuse anything, but they do have these items or this item system that you can now use, and some of these items are not single use only. So for example, you could pick up a bottle of alcohol and then go around to all the various people, and there's a lot more people in this, and just give them alcohol.
You can finally get away from this murderous these murderous inklings you have and party with the rest of the world.
Well, you can hand people the alcohol and they drink, and then they can get sick, and then they'll start find a secluded area to then barf into, and then while they're
it's the Bill Cosby simulator?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
Okay. Not okay.
And then when they're barfing, you can sort of stealth kill them if need be, or you can sort of be like a creeper, and if you try to feed them the alcohol twice, like really force it on them, they'll run away from you. They'll go in the other direction. So you can sort of use that to your advantage to sort of, if you have like 3 people in a room, one of them you have to kill, the other 2 you don't want there to also see you kill them. Yeah. So you can feed them the alcohol, they'll run away, and then it'll leave you and your target alone in that room, and then you can stealth kill them and throw them in a dumpster or whatever.
Okay, as funny as that is to me, that is messed up.
That is a good mechanic. They're
going to get letters about that.
It is a good mechanic. It works well, and especially in this type of game where there's a lot of people here.
We're talking about the special Bill Cosby, Danny Masterson DLC.
Don't.
It's some horrible stuff. Like Herb, I think his sensibilities have been offended.
Yeah. The biggest
That's why we left the room.
the biggest change that they have here was that in the first one you had to kill everyone and be the last person at the party, which
was a bigger challenge than it sounds.
It was a huge challenge. It's still challenging with the change that they made now. The change now is that you have a set of objectives on who to kill, and then once you meet those, satisfy those objectives, you can leave that particular map. So for example, kill like 6 dealers and kill a witness who's in intensive care, kind of thing. Once you kill them, boom, you're done with that map, and you can exit out.
No chill. You find some poor terminal patient.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. You're playing Guardian Angel, the people with chronic illness, right?
I believe they were. Well, there's no story, so you kind of have to make it up. So for you, it's that. For me, it was
you have to, cast your own story on it. These people, they have no hope. They've given up on life, and you are the benevolent figure who's going from room to room with a pillow to smother them. And
a knife.
And they're well, okay. Wow.
There was no pillow, but there are knives.
I'm trying really hard to paint a positive spin on this. You're like, I can send them away peacefully. You're like, no, you stab them in the forehead.
If it was an insane asylum, then you could use the pillow and then you take a sink and throw it out the window.
I'm glad you went with me on that one.
So that's essentially Party Hard. It's like a stealth kill game, but there's a lot of people, so you have to sort of coordinate who's going where, and you can set off these traps and cause people to panic and to run away. But the moment someone sees you kill someone or sees you do something suspicious, boom, the cops are there, and they're going to run all the way around. The cops are significantly more able than you are. You have a limit to how far and how fast you can run, and then after that you become winded and you have to stop in order to regain your stamina. So running away from cops is almost impossible in this.
Can I like fight them or anything, or can I cast doubt on the scapegoat?
You cannot fight them. They will beat you down every single time. The only thing you can
being black in America.
The only thing you can do is set up some traps and lure them into the trap, and then kill the cops as they get lured into there. So it has this element of Home Alone in there, and that's, it actually does.
I was thinking Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. This dude said Home Alone.
It's like Home Alone where you the cops are coming after you. You have traps waiting. You just sort of set off the trap and wait just behind it. And the AI is like exceptionally stupid when it comes to like the cops and chasing you down. They just directly chase you down
and they die. Much
and
like in
die.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like Herb and Marv should have died repeatedly. This dude fell like off a building. Was like impaled on various things. Tetanus alone from stepping on the nail should have taken him out.
They got an hot iron to the face.
Yeah, burned so many times. Gas.
My favorite is the electricity in the second one.
And
he turns into the bones, just screaming at the top of his lungs.
All right, so you're saying Party Hard is the Home Alone simulator?
It is the sadistic Home Alone simulator, but you're not alone and you're not home. You're at a party. Many parties. Or a hospital.
I'm not hearing anything bad here. You've said it's improved from the original version. You've said you can use all types of interesting, creative mechanics to kill these horrible people. How dare they have a good time when you're not? Dude, this sounds awesome to me.
It's a significant step up in the right direction. I like what they're doing here. There's nowhere near enough content in here. It's only 3 levels. It's still exceptionally hard to beat just one of these levels because the cops are just on you way too much, and your ability to sort of divert the cops is very limited. Like I said, these traps are only one-time use, and even then, like, if you're not in the right area, the cops are going to chase you down. There's these and you can kind of cheat the AI too, where there's like these little shortcuts that can teleport you from one side of the map to the other, like a manhole. You go in through one manhole on one side, you appear on the other, and every time you do that, the cops are gonna chase you all across the other side of the map, but they won't take the manhole. So they're stupid. They're just gonna go from one side to the other as you're bouncing back and forth. So you can cheat the AI, but they never let up, so they're always chasing you, and that's
Seymour Skinner.
It just becomes like this,
like some giving up.
It's like a test of endurance, of mental endurance. Like, how long will it take for the cops to finally let up?
Dude, you know how great this is? It's just you and the local authorities in a cat and mouse game to the death.
So
It's Friday.
So for that,
in a world where
so for that reason, many others. In addition, that this is an alpha game, it's early access and it's early paid access. I definitely don't recommend it, but I will say keep an eye on it because compared to the first one, this is a huge setup. Both graphically, the music is definitely monotonous, but alpha, I'm not docking it too much on there. And for a party game, it should have some killer music. And there's like 2 songs that were actually decent, and then the other songs were just annoying to listen to.
Well, you only say that because you're a big fancy DJ now. That's all.
I was gonna say maybe he was DJing this party.
So, but keep an eye on it, and it might turn into something slightly special, slightly good. But for right now, you can ignore it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it, man. It sounded like it was going in the right direction.
It is in the right direction. So, but it's not worth the money that they're asking for right now.
All right. Okay. That's Party Hard 2. Johnny says, pace yourself and give it time. It'll probably get better.
It might, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay, it'll hopefully
it can only get better.
Pessimist, just Johnny, says it'll get better over his dead body.
Over my dead.
All right.
Over your dead body at this point. All right. Okay. We have to go into this daggone flick. Nobody wanted to see it. How dare? No, I'm kidding. Thor Ragnarok, the latest movie put out by